I'm Mr. MacLowry, and this is My America. Last week, my best friend's 7th grade son returned to his desk to find a swastika inked on his pencil case. A last gasp of emboldened white supremacy, a new great awakening, or no big deal, a child's prank. 700 acts of intimidation and harassment since Election Day, handwritten letters delivered to mosques in California, herald the new sheriff in town who will cleanse America and make it shine again. He's going to do to you Muslims what Hitler did to the Jews. I do not know where this hate originates, how it ferments and festers and grows in shadowed places on dung heaps like mushrooms, but I know it exists. I've seen my garden blemished on slate gray mornings after rain-soaked nights. Even with my vigilance, the mushrooms spread like some new antibiotic-resistant strain, violent spores that pockmark the land even as I dig deep to the roots. I cannot remove the hate, dig deep as I might. I do know what Hitler did to the Jews. My America begins where all stories do, mothers. My mother was born a Jew in Germany in 1935, one of the unfortunate. Her father's shop vandalized, windows shattered, a personal precursor to Kristallnacht. My mother doesn't know how they got the visas, doesn't know why they were allowed to bring furniture, linens, jewelry, even a baby grand. They brought an accordion to sell and a camera. Her father brought a violin, and they came. She arrived in Manhattan on July 4th, 1938. 2.5 years old, a German, a Jew, born anew, America's child. Thousands of years of broken glass live in her, remind her that she has been saved. One of the fortunate, America's child. This mother, she is my America. My daughters want to know why the protesters still flood city streets. The election's over. What do they want? Why go to Washington on a cold, sunny Saturday in January, 1 million women strong or more? To join one voice into many, to stand against the rhetoric of hatred, against the coded language of law and order, against the degradation of women by rich, old white men who know they run the world and do whatever they want without impunity, without fear. All we have to fear is fear itself. That's what FDR said. Maybe he's right. I know that fear fuels hatred and makes people betray their core values, name names and incriminate coworkers and friends to save themselves. I hope that fear doesn't fuel hate in me, but I'm not sure. Sometimes I hate. And I am afraid. I fear for my children, my students. I fear for myself. I hope that I am the kind of person who stands up against injustice and doesn't cower before it. For that is the true spirit of courage and nobility of spirit that America aspires to in her purest moments. America, when she's dressed in her finest, stands tall against oppression and hatred, opens her arms to my mother and millions like her, offers education to a poor boy, my father, the first in his family to go to college, protects my daughters, champions their equality with dignity, embraces my students, working 30 hours a week plus homework, uncertain and beaten down, but still hopeful for a future free from fear, a future that we know can be possible if we imagine it and fight for it. This mother, she is my America.